17 huge Hollyoaks spoilers for next week. Hey everyone! Next week on Hollyoaks, secrets are unveiled, identities are revealed, and some intense drama unfolds. From Blue's true identity coming to light to Frankie's heartbreaking confession about JJ and Rose's battle with online trolls, this week is packed with must-watch moments. Stick around as we break down the 17 biggest spoilers you won't want to miss. Warren gets news. On the day of the twins' naming ceremony, Warren is nervous. Joel, Leela, Cindy and Dave attend, while the McQueens snub the event, and Warren believes that Norma is in Italy. At the ceremony, Warren gets a CCTV notification that tells him someone has entered his house. 2. Mercedes gives Warren an ultimatum. Warren's shocked to discover that Rex is alive. Rex tells him that Blue wants his drug stash, but Mercedes walks in at that moment and Warren admits to her that he didn't get rid of the drugs. Warren promises Mercedes he will get rid, but she's furious. Mercedes throws Rex out of the house before giving Warren an ultimatum, urging him to turn his back on crime. 3. Donnie has a secret past Mizpah's world turned upside down last week, when she found out that Donnie, someone she thought she knew, is connected to Blue through the bullets he owns, which are Blue's signature. Feeling betrayed and desperate for the truth, she confronts Donnie, demanding answers. With nowhere to hide, Donnie finally opens up, sharing a part of his life he's kept hidden. He confesses that he used to be a police officer, and back in the day, his mission was to bring down Blue, the elusive gangster who kept slipping through the cracks. But what started as a job quickly spiraled into an all-consuming obsession for Donnie. This obsession became the driving force in his life, leading him down a dark path where his focus shifted from serving justice to a personal vendetta. The search for Blue became more than just a case. It was something that haunted him day and night. It's clear that Donnie's past as a cop and his connection to Blue are way more complicated than Mizpah could have imagined. Now, with everything out in the open, Mizpah has to figure out how to deal with this bombshell and what it means for their future. 4. Blue's identity is revealed. In a gripping twist, Blue's identity is finally unveiled during a tense meeting with an associate. The mystery surrounding Blue, who has been pulling the strings from the shadows, is finally put to rest. But with that reveal comes a chilling declaration. Blue has made it crystal clear that they won't rest until Warren's entire family is destroyed. This isn't just a vendetta, it's personal, and Blue is dead set on making sure Warren feels every bit of the pain they've been plotting. The stakes couldn't be higher as Blue hints at the chaos that's about to erupt, promising that the fireworks are just getting started. This revelation throws everything into turmoil, leaving viewers questioning just how far Blue is willing to go to achieve their twisted goals. With this kind of determination and a deep-seated grudge, it's only a matter of time before things explode in Hollyoaks. The big question now is, what's next for Warren, and can he protect his family from the storm that's about to hit? 5. Andre hides a wound. Vicky has a trial shift at the loft, but she isn't pleased when Leah and Andre arrive. Vicky isn't interested in seeing Leah, so Leah embarrasses her in front of Ethan. Later, Andre and Leah decide to sell water guns in the park, and Leah discovers a bullet wound on Andre. Where did he get the injury? 6. Freddie's unsure about Grace's parenting tactics. Grace steps in to take care of Lexi, but her way of connecting with the little one is anything but typical. Instead of bedtime stories or lighthearted fun, Grace dives into some gritty real-life detective tales. While Grace might think she's just sharing a piece of her world, Lexi finds these stories more terrifying than thrilling, leaving her on edge. It's clear that Grace's tough-as-nails personality doesn't exactly translate into the most comforting of babysitting styles. Freddie, on the other hand, is far from convinced that Grace's approach is what Lexi needs. He's concerned that her heavy-handed way of dealing with things might do more harm than good, especially for someone as young as Lexi. Freddie's doubts highlight the clash between Grace's street-smart toughness and the softer, nurturing side that Lexi needs right now. It's a delicate balance, and Freddie isn't sure Grace is the right fit for it. 7. Mizpah and Donnie investigate Warren hides out at his house, while Blue deals with a stash of drugs that needs to be moved. There have been no new messages from Blue, so Warren believes the worst is over. Meanwhile, now Mizpah is in on his secret. Donnie discusses his Blue theories with her, and he goes through his photos and press cuttings. The couple are invited to Warren and Mercedes' barbecue, and they decide to do some digging. As Mizpah speaks about her new love Donnie, Warren tells the guys that his future looks bright with Mercedes. 8. Joel and Blue collide. Joel tells Leela that Warren has asked for them to be godparents to the twins, and Leela says she finds it difficult to be around them. Later, Joel scores some more heroin, this time from his dad's stash, and he goes to Norma's flat to take the drugs. Where Norma is still lying dead, Blue plans to move Norma's body, so breaks into the flat and finds Joel in a drug haze. Warren sees someone moving around the flat and he investigates, interrupting Blue. What will he find? Mercedes warns Joel Blue hides in plain sight, while Mercedes begs Warren to keep his promise and stay out of crime. Warren looks after Joel, and Leela tells Mercedes that she is worried about her husband pulling away from her. Mercedes confronts Joel and says she won't cover for him again, telling him to get his head straight. 10. Roe meets a friend Roe's been looking forward to using his hard-earned wages to snag tickets for a big sports event. But things take a turn when Ant's actions throw a wrench into his plans. Diane, noticing that Ant's been slacking off, decides not to pay him, which doesn't sit well with Ant at all. Frustrated and desperate, Ant makes a bad call. He steals Roe's money to buy himself a video game, leaving Roe feeling betrayed and angry. It's a moment that hits hard, especially since Roe had been saving up for something he was really excited about. Meanwhile, Tony is neck-deep in his own troubles, trying to figure out how to help Beau, who's still stuck in prison. Diane, though, sees the cracks forming at home and calls Tony out on it. She's worried about Ant's increasingly reckless behavior and feels like Tony's been so wrapped up in Beau's situation that he's losing sight of what's happening right under their roof. It's a wake-up call for Tony, who's torn between supporting Beau and being the father Ant needs right now. As all this family drama unfolds, Roe is also dealing with something personal. He's been talking to a trans boy he met on a forum, and now he's taken the step to arrange a face-to-face meeting. It's a big moment for Roe, especially with everything else going on, and it shows that amidst all the chaos at home, he's still seeking connection and understanding in his own way. The meeting could be a turning point for Roe, offering him a chance to find some clarity and support as he navigates the mess around him. 11. JJ gets good news. Nancy's plea hearing arrives, and she is looking forward to clearing her name. As Frankie gets excited reading about dance school, JJ receives the news that he got the contract with United. As the Osbournes celebrate JJ's success, Frankie is worried as the trial edges closer. 12. Roe is trolled online. Tony arranges a pub quiz, but Diane is left to deal with it herself. Tony arrives and apologizes to Diane for not being there. As the Hutchinsons look at social media posts for the event in the dog, a picture of Roe pops up along with a message calling him a freak, leaving Diane distraught. 13. Nancy fears for the future. Concerned she will be found guilty, Nancy tells Darren that he has to choose either her or the twins as they can't all live in the same house. Darren assures her that the court will find her innocent, and to try and help, he asks Frankie to recall the events of the night she fell down the stairs. 14. Teresa helps Mercedes. Teresa feels a pang of guilt for missing the naming ceremony and makes it a point to apologize to Mercedes. But instead of just saying sorry and moving on, she comes up with a bigger plan, one that's all about bringing the McQueens back together. Teresa knows how fractured the family has been lately, so she's determined to get everyone on the same page again, hoping to heal some of the rifts that have been forming. In her usual straightforward style, Teresa doesn't shy away from reminding the McQueens that they've all had their fair share of second chances over the years. She's not about to let anyone forget that, despite all the drama and mistakes, they're still family. Teresa's approach is a mix of tough love and genuine care, pushing everyone to remember what really matters and to start pulling together instead of drifting apart. 15. JJ terrifies Frankie. Frankie prepares to leave for dance school, and it's JJ's day to sign for his football club. As the Osbournes head off to the club, Darren tells Nancy he thinks he's close to finding out what's wrong with Frankie. JJ plays Happy Families on his big day, but Frankie's alarmed when he says he will visit her at dance school. 16. Roe is honest with Diane. Diane desperately tries to get the photo of Roe, which has led to his abuse taken offline. Diane talks to Roe, who says he has nobody to talk to, which is why he reached out to a stranger online. He tells his mum how he's finding puberty difficult, and Diane's heartbroken when Roe says that she can only see problems and not him as a person. 17. Frankie tells the truth. Upstairs, the Osbournes are in high spirits, celebrating JJ's big signing. completely unaware of the emotional moment unfolding just below them. Downstairs in the pub, Darren has a heart-to-heart with Frankie, and it turns out to be a major turning point. Frankie, who's been carrying the weight of JJ's abuse in silence, finally finds the courage to open up to her dad. It's a powerful moment as she shares the pain and confusion she's been holding inside, and Darren listens with the care and understanding she desperately needs. This breakthrough is a huge step for Frankie, who's been struggling alone for far too long. Darren's support in this moment shows just how important it is for her to feel heard and believed. While the celebration continues upstairs, this quiet yet profound conversation marks the beginning of Frankie's journey toward healing, and it's clear that Darren will be there by her side every step of the way. And there you have it, 17 explosive Hollyoaks spoilers that are sure to keep you on the edge of your seat next week. From shocking revelations and intense confrontations to heartwarming breakthroughs, the drama in Hollyoaks is about to reach new heights. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss out on any of the action. Let us know in the comments which storyline you're most excited about, and we'll see you in the next video.